Hey, today we kick off our final week of the book of Acts in our Bible reading plan, along with a few chapters from 1 Peter at the end of the week. But I want to comment on the end of Acts, but really the whole of Acts. It started as the story of Jesus sending the Spirit on the church and commissioning them to go be his witnesses throughout the world, right? Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, the ends of the earth. And I think I said a few weeks ago that sort of functions as a table of contents for the book, right? Because the mission starts in Jerusalem and then goes out to Judea and Samaria and then to the ends of the earth. And I think I might have said it ends at the ends of the earth in Rome, but I would have been wrong because I thought about it. And the end of the earth in those days was not Rome. This was the Roman Empire. Rome was the center of the earth. I mean, Rome was the place where the emperor lived. And so Luke has the story of the church, the mission of the church, landing in the center of the earth, the center of the world, in Rome, right? And it's the place where the empire comes from. It's the place where the emperor was. It's the place of power. And I think we're meant to read from this that this isn't the end of the story. This is just the end of where Paul's story is. This is the beginning of the rest of the history of the church's story. And it's unwritten, and we are a part of it today. I found this quote from a commentary on Acts from a guy named Ben Witherington, and I think this is such a fitting end to Acts. Just listen to this quote. The ending of the book of Acts makes it clear that Luke's purpose wasn't simply to chronicle the life and death of Paul, but rather the rise and spread of the gospel and of the social and religious movement to which it gave birth, the church. Luke has provided a theological history that traces the spread of the good news from Jerusalem to Rome, from the eastern edge of the Roman Empire into its very heart. Rome in Luke's day was not seen as the edge of the known world, and so the reader would know very well that Jesus' mission to spread the gospel to the ends of the earth was still ongoing in his own day. However, for Luke, it was critical and symbolic that the message reached the heart and hub of the empire, as a challenge to Caesar and a gateway into the ends of the earth. The open-endedness that the modern reader senses in the ending of Acts is intentional. Luke is chronicling not the life and times of Paul or any other Christian leader, which would have had a definite conclusion, but rather a phenomenon and movement that was continuing and alive and well in his own day. For Luke, Paul's story is really about the unstoppable word of God, which no obstacle, no shipwreck, no snakebite, and no Roman authorities could hinder from reaching the heart of the empire and the hearts of those who live there. I think that's an awesome quote, and it kind of sums up the end of the book of Acts. I hope that you've enjoyed reading it. I hope you've been kind of amazed at the spread of the gospel throughout the world, it landing in Rome, but the reality is we are still responsible today for the spreading of the gospel, for being his witnesses wherever we live. And so I hope the book of Acts has challenged you, kind of lifted you up towards that, caused you to ask and then answer questions and ask some more questions. And I hope you enjoyed it. We are going to keep reading. I'll be back on this talking about 1 Peter in a few days. Remember to look at Facebook, look at the website for the intro to 1 Peter videos. Very, very helpful. But I hope you have a good week of reading and concluding the book of Acts.